parents didn't raise me well. My parents say I don't have much to do. I am busy because my children keep me busy. Teachers say the students are bad. The students say the teachers are bad. And we get into this race of excuses. And another word that starts with B. It's called blame. We often do this in our lives. And these are two words we associate ourselves very closely with: excuses and blames. You know, the greatest leader in the Bible, which we all know, is Moses. Well, his journey was full of excuses. When God called him in Exodus chapter 3, he was the first one to give many excuses. The first excuse that he gives is, if you send me, God, will those people believe? And God, with all graciousness, explains to him, I am going to be with you and I will give you the signs that they may believe. But he is not satisfied. He goes on with the second excuse. What is it? He says that I am not very eloquent. I stammer. My speech is slow. So another excuse. Well, God tells him, I will be with you. Do not worry. But it is hard for him to believe. The final excuse that he gives is, I don't want to go, God. Send someone else. Don't we all do this when God gives us a task to do? I don't know what your excuse is, but right now, most of our excuse can be COVID. I am not being able to do something because it's COVID, or I am stuck in this situation because of COVID. Well, guess what? Let's stop blaming COVID. COVID is like the many circumstances that comes and goes in our lives. It is there for a season. What we can do during this time is to believe that God has called us. And to not give excuses to God, but to understand and work at what God is calling us to do. Well, we blame a lot of things. We can blame God eventually, like how Adam did. You remember the time in Genesis chapter 3, for many of you who don't know this, there's Adam and Eve, and we've all heard about them. So we see Adam, when God created Eve, Adam is all gaga over Eve. He calls her my bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh, and he praises her and showers her with his love. But we see in the following verses in chapter, when Eve deceives him to eat that fruit, and God asks Adam, why did you do this? Adam very quickly goes on to blame Eve, and he says, it is the woman you gave. Well, our excuses could also be God, or our blame could also be God in this season. Well, if we keep doing this, we forget about what God has called us for. So stop giving excuses, whatever it is. Start believing and start doing what God has called us to do. And I am sure the Lord will be with us like he was with Moses. You see, Moses was very comfortable wherever he was at. Exodus chapter 3 verses 1 states that he was taking care of his father-in-law's sheep. And he was comfortable in that place of work. Well, and that's why he did not want to go to take care of the Israelites, to take care of God's purpose in his life, because he was too comfortable. What is it that we are too comfortable about? And if at all we are, let's ask the Lord, God, remove that comfortable position and put me in a position where you have called me. Moses would have never thought that he will become such a mighty leader, bringing so many people out of bondage. Well, he did that. Why? Firstly, because he chose to give up his comfort zone. Secondly, even though he made excuses, God made him realize that he is with him every step of the way. And thirdly, Moses knew that it's not important for him to blame God or give excuses, but to understand that God is going before him and he will never leave him nor forsake him. So, stop those excuses and start being obedient to God. best thing